and then he killed his dad,
by accident.
but his mom is currently like forging what's happening now.
Um, his dad and his mother were involved in the same ritual. His dad seemed to have some kind of like maybe a larger part in it than was originally divulged. And
I
after,
mean,
yeah, go ahead.
I was gonna say originally it was all him.
Yeah,
Like mom was not part of the ritual, but hey, retcon.
no, well, he was definitely, it was definitely all him. But your mother was already aware of.
Yeah,
Oh, she
fair.
screwed with the end of the ritual, which like kind of like caused what happened to happen, if I remember correctly.
Correct. Yes.
Yeah, so her doing something changed what the ritual was supposed to do. Sid um, got to talk to his two halves, and they kind of had this like realization of we are one whole.
Yep.
Um,
Which I
Zarfine.
learned the name of Leora's sister,
Oh, what is it?
Samara.
Thank you. Someone please write that fucking down.
Samara.
Sid, write it down.
Samara
Write that
sounds
down.
familiar.
Write that down. Write
Oh,
that down.
yeah, that one phrase from fucking
The
what was
Ring.
it, Sherlock, like the devil, the like death waits for us all in Samara or something.
Oh.
Zarfine relived her entire village's genocide or like the slaughter. Vago said, "Hey, I can give you vengeance," and she then said, "The only vengeance I want is a arrow through your heart." And she got consoled by her dad, like, "Hey, you're doing good, kid."
Yeah. You met, presumably. You're not sure if it was your past, present, or future dad. It couldn't be your future dad because you already know what he looks like and what he's going through currently. So you're betting it was probably like your dad's past form, like when he knew you when he was alive.
And then I was told that I would light the way, and then I became even brighter.
Yep.
Jane talked to other fairies or like wisps of other fairies. We're kind of getting a bit of her backstory, and then she saw what we presume to be John, and then him dying, if I remember correctly, after like her home burned,
Exploded. Yep.
and then yeah, exploded, and
As if
then
falling from a great height and hitting the ground. Yes.
yeah, and then Vagos kind of like tried to say like, "Hey, we're both necromancers here. Why don't you join me and I could recreate John even better?" And then Gene was like, "Fuck you. I use to create, you make to destroy." And then
Well
I
done, by
think
the way.
Thank you, thank you.
I bake to create, you bake to destroy. But my love, my dear boy, is much tastier than joy. If that's from my grandfather's history. Um, Keel, my Goyle Keel, she spoke to her dad, who is Vagos, and she's like, "Hey, Papa, what do you want me to do? Please don't make me do it. Okay, let me have my pets though." And yeah, and so now she's trying to take them to the door of tomorrow to help him finish his last bit of the ritual.
Which you realized
so he
is what?
To make him becoming a god a permanent known, that it cannot be changed, that it is. It's basically setting it in fate.
Correct. He is seeking to, yes, solidify his fate. Yes. Correct.
And then
I
we also built young Azarus, who is more lithe and more like more of a swimmer's build than his current fighting build that we see.
Yeah.
And he said we have to stay together.
Oh, also, it's only got a line in the chamber for him still being a slave to fate once we meet him.
Yes, he had mentioned to you that it is crucial that while you are all in the dreamscape, that you must progress forward together because it's how you're going to reforge your path home. You'll notice that, well, there are a couple things that was not technically included in the recap. Is that when you had entered the dreamscape originally after Vagos got his new body and basically did kind of like a soul purge of all the energies that were in that room, he sort of jarred you into the dreamscape And from there, you were technically not able to go anywhere until you started forging your own path. And that came from the realization that you either have some connections out there still that are helping you prolong your existence and that are directly forming a path inside the dreamscape, allowing you to traverse it and meet up with your other friends, or your fates are being actively changed as you speak. And then you all met in the big old sort of kind of convergence area with all these different paths. There were several leading away from where you are currently. Azarus had very explicitly said that Zara should lead the way. And I think with that, we can bring it back into the game. And Azarus, young Azarus, is standing there, tall and proud, and he's looking at you, Zara, waiting for you to choose a path. There's several before you.
Do I feel a pull towards a certain path?
Well, I guess, how do you want to maybe conjure such a feeling? Is there something that maybe you should roll, like maybe a D100?
I could, yeah. I was like, I don't know if like insight or perception either, that too, but whatever you
see
want to
what we-
do.
Yeah, we'll see what we get with the, let's go, insight I guess would work just fine. No, we're not doing all three.
23.
Okay. Though there are dozens of paths that you could take, some of them small, some of them a bit larger, some of them quite vast, there's one that calls to you, and that it kind of illuminates a little bit of the beginnings of its path as you approach. It's not a particularly wide one, but the strands are very thin. Not as pronounced or full as the rest of what you've been standing on recently. Almost as if suggesting that the path in front of you is perhaps not quite solidified yet. Ambiguous, I guess, is the best word to use. And though you feel as though if you were to take a step onto this path, you might just fall into complete blackness, you actually see the strands of everything around you start to form at your feet, creating a path for you. The light seems to kind of spill out of you and push away some of the darkness, and in turn, this reacts well with the footing. So it's almost as if your sheer movements forward are creating it.
We'll take that path.
Yep. Azarus seems quiet now that you're in the lead. He's going to take up the rear position. I will say the path is not particularly wide. I will need a marching order for this.
I mean, obviously I'm in front.
Yes.
Heel's right behind her.
Yeah, probably in the middle.
Okay. As you all proceed to follow Zara, there's again some whispers in the background that are spilling out from the darkness, and they're not as loud as they were before. Almost as if that which was trying to speak with you, or that maybe warn you, or even just provide some sort of insight, they're now gone, or at least no longer close by.
So even my
Influence.
mother's voice is gone.
It seems it, yes.
Mm-hmm.
Azarus speaks up. He says, "We're on our own now. You don't hear them anymore. I know I don't." And he says, "I have been lost down here for an eternity, it seems. I've had nothing but the whispers to guide me."
Wait. Is it Azarus? So confused.
Sorry, what are you confused about?
I don't know if I missed this last time, but shouldn't Azarus be up above and not in the Dreamscape? Or is this part of the cult thingy that they're in?
So
That he
again, there's information that Azarus has that he hasn't told you, and that the Keswick has that they haven't told you, and then even Vagos has that he hasn't told you about that fateful day where Azarus showed up to disrupt Vagos's ritual. Even though Azarus appears as his young self, this might suggest that maybe this is a form of Azarus before everything happened. But he has knowledge of the Keswick and like stuff about the Dreamscape.
So not the Azarus that is traveling with us.
No, this seems to be a potentially detached form of him.
Okay.
But that also would make sense and track alongside what everyone has experienced thus far since they re-emerged into the Dreamscape. Is that everyone is seeing bits and pieces of either their past life or their former selves or some other kind of insight into the longevity of their souls. So you don't know specifically what he is or how he is here or why he's here. Only that he looks very familiar, he doesn't seem to be hostile, and that he seems to know at least what's happening. And that he's trying to be your guide in this particular instance. Now, nobody has even considered the prospect of asking him yet any questions, but he is remaining fairly quiet. So when he says, "I've been trapped down here for what seems an eternity," he's technically not wrong. It's only been about 100 years or so since the awakening, so his past self is here either as sort of like the summation of his past life, or he's somehow learned to detach himself from the Dreamscape. I don't know. That's all I can really give you on that.
That's cool. That answered my question for the most part. I think I was just like, did I miss something here?
No, this is his much younger self. He doesn't appear to be as built. He's less broad. Still wearing similar clothing, just cryptic as always, and he seems to know something.
Great.
Mm-hmm.
So, following the narrow paths for what seems like hours, it never widens or thins, but the strands do always appear at your feet, even where there were none before. Azra's, while he's taking up the rear, you see him kind of constantly looking behind him. Kind of like one would do if they were afraid they were being tracked or followed. And you're actually able to notice this from time to time, and all of you do the same and look behind you, and sure enough, as you are walking this path, the area behind you that you've already traversed is disappearing into the dark void. So Azra says, we are in uncharted territory now. Zara, it will be crucial for you to keep going.
You don't have to tell me twice.
If anybody wants to... I'm not going to tell anybody what they should do or what they should not do, but he has information, clearly, and he's not talking about it, as he always hasn't.
Of course.
Sure, I'll bite. Azris.
He goes, Yes, Q.
The fuck are you doing here?
I'm glad somebody finally said it.
I should ask you the same.
Well, we tried to kill Vagos. He got into a body like Sid, who also happened to be possessed by the body of Lenetra as well. And then all of a sudden, while we're attacking him, like, he grabs onto Lenetra, possesses Lenetra and Sid's, not Dark Sid's body. Well, I sorry for calling it Dark Sid. And then exploded, and now we're here.
He still has his face wrapped, but you can see his piercing, glowing blue eyes, and he says,
God, you're hot. I don't actually say that.
He says, the intricacies of Vagos' plan has always eluded me. The Keswick, too. He seems to have become a master of fate. We are not safe in here. And why am I here?
Yeah.
He looks to you, squints, and he says, the same reason you are. We have become victims of both fate and Vagos' ambitions. So that's probably a cryptic way of him saying, I have no fucking idea how I'm here, why I'm here, what I'm doing here. Only that I am and that I know what I'm doing.
Got it.
He says, the Dreamscape has always been a mystery overall, least to the Keswick. It is a plane that we've not been able to research or discover for ourselves, as it holds inherent dangers. And now that we are all here under Vagos' influence, it's only a matter of time before the Dreamscape becomes entirely his, which has grave implications for everyone who still lives in Phalorian.
I agree. So what will happen if we open the door to tomorrow? Do you know?
He looks a little surprised that you know what that is. And he says, "How did you hear of that?"
It was on our map.
He looks very surprised at this point. Obviously, right now, you guys don't have any weapons. You don't have your equipment. You are essentially in raw form. So
That's all
there's
kills you need.
there's no way that you could actually show him the map that you're talking about. But he seems to believe you, even though he remains shocked. He says, "That's not possible. That's information the Keswick would never reveal to the outside world."
Well, I'm not part of the outside world. I've got it all in here. In locks, which I'm still mad at your mom for. But I got it all in here. So what happens when we open the door?
Take a number and wait in line.
Fuck you.
He said,
I flip Keel off.
he says, "The door is never meant to be opened by any mortal. It is the door to this place, but not so much traversable as it is influenced. The door opens possibilities. The door allows those who are able to open it to see beyond everything, beyond the machinations of our lives, the small little paths each one of us takes, so perfectly mimicked by this place, that if one could see all of it, they would know which path to take. It is a dangerous door to open."
So why does it exist?
He looks to you all kind of maybe a little confused, and he says, "So that all of us are able to rewrite our fates, become something different. We are not always predestined. We can choose. The door is the representation of that." Lennetra did not create it, however.
Oh,
He looks to Keel at this point. He says,
It's always been there.
"Surely they must have told you."
Told me why.
The Keswick, and he looks to the rest of the party as if he's about to divulge a bit of information that he's not sure everyone should know, but he knows that it's vital that you do. The Keswick, their order goes back thousands of years. They made it. It exists because they decreed it. It's a failsafe. Just in case things were to go catastrophically wrong as they are now. But it's also a weapon, as you've come to know, that can be used against all of us. The Keswick are to blame. And I have been privy to this information for a long time. It's been a burden that I've bared through countless moments, even ones where I knew it was wrong, or at least I thought it was. Now I'm not so sure. Now I think it's needed. I also think it's our only option.
yep.
If we are not able to
Okay.
rewrite his fate, how are we going to be able to rewrite our own?
It's-
But the question becomes, who opens it?
You've already tried, haven't you, Keel?
Dude, what
I
did my
don't-
mom do to you?
1 second.
Is that Keltry asking Azris?
I would like asking Keel.
Okay.
What do you mean? What did your mom do to me?
Did she? I know you're not privy to this knowledge. It's locked away in your head somewhere. But I'm just thinking, like, did she try to make you open the door? Like, what the hell did she do in those 6 months?
Time is weird in the Dreamscape. I spent a lot of time in there. I think a lot longer than even I think. I don't know what your mom did or what anybody did. But there's a lot in here that I can't see. This place seems so familiar. Like I
Azris.
can trace it.
Yeah, Azris says, and that is by design. And your mother, Keltry, she is wiser than all of us because she has seen it all. She is the arbiter of our fates because she knows what is at stake should we fail.
She opened the door.
Oh no. Miley would never be so foolish. Someone else.
But that much information would break somebody. You can't hold that in one brain, in one soul.
Precisely. And he looks up at Zarfian. Zara, how you doing up there?
I mean, I don't think I've run into any issues, have I?
No, you haven't. You're still walking, fairly brisk paced through everything. The darkness is parting. The path is forming. Azris says, Miley has gone through great lengths to ensure that we follow this very path. We cannot stray from it. I am sorry that I'm not able to provide information that would feed your movements forward. But please, if you do not trust her, at least trust me. And we'll say that after maybe about what seems like about half an hour, maybe to an hour of walking along this narrow path of strands, silvery strands, it eventually starts to widen, the path anyways. And things get a little bit brighter, and Azra says, good, we've at least bridged our way across to some other path. This is not familiar to me. Yeah,
Is
Sid,
it familiar to me?
what are you doing there, Sid?
Well, I'm gonna say the whole time my Discord just stopped for a moment.
Really?
I could not hear anything. That's why I heard what you talking to Zara, then nothing.
Okay. We will say that Roland and Samara are kind of going back and forth in your head. Roland is saying something like, Oh, I wish I were still alive. I would have reveled in the chance to come to a place like this. Excuse me.
Yeah.
And Samara says, "Oh, come off it. You wouldn't step foot in here. You know how dangerous it is."
And that's the last thing I hear.
Yeah, they're not really trying to fill your head with paragraphs.
Okay.
Not yet.
After
Anyways.
them, after hearing them
Basically-
talk,
God.
because after hearing them talk, so that we've kind of respond to them in a sense and say, I take it both of you kind of got back some of your memories now, don't you?
The woman speaks. She says, yes, this was a place of great interest to our community. All of the researchers, we knew that there was a connection between the souls and at least another person, hence the bridge between myself and Roland.
Hmm.
Such
Samara?
a bridge. Yes.
What group were you a part of?
Oh, I was just a researcher with Amamad.
And Roland?
Roland,
You still follow?
he says, let's not talk about that right now.
Let's do. Because you're here with me now. Means something happened then. Pretty sure for us to better bond. Need to know why you're here and not with them.
And he says, I wasn't really part of a group, and that's what made me so valuable. I had research, documentation, information, speculation. Valuable information to several parties, including the Black Hand and the Keswick. Death's Hand, sorry.
And you still follow him.
Of course not. That vile, twisted carcass. I wanted no association with him. In fact, I've grown quite fond of being around you, Sid.
Can Sid insight check that?
Insight checking yourself. Sure. Why not? Stranger things have happened.
You know what? I'm going to use a sorcery point to re-roll that.
You and your goddamn sorcery points, let me tell you.
Okay,
I always forget he's a sorcerer until he uses them.
yeah, okay, I'm okay with that 17.
Of course you are. Well, he's definitely telling you the truth. In that he kind of like had really no affiliation with anybody. He was kind of independent more so. Amamad was really pressing him hard, especially when he was kind of with Samara and around her all the time. They knew of his expertise, they knew of his knowledge and his intelligence, and they wanted it. But he never really pulled the trigger, so to speak. He was always teetering on the edge between, the Keswick and Amamad and Death's Hand. Like, all of them had different caveats that were detrimental to him as a researcher and as a living being. So he wasn't fond of any of it. So he tried to remain as independent as possible. He didn't want to jump to a bunch of conclusions as a researcher specifically because he's a researcher. He wanted to find the truth. And the truth often brought him to pretty dark places. The truth even allowed him to realize that the soul was something that could be captured and contained, such as how he was able to preserve his own.
More like a whole, he was playing both sides for what he
Yeah,
could get, kind of thing.
exactly. I would call him a true neutral individual.
Okay. Because Sid still remembers what he saw in the Dreamscape last time,
Yes.
about how close he was in that order.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
You know what I'm saying? Then, so you only gone so deep to even be his second, just for information.
Of course. Information is incredibly valuable in our line of work. It's how we survive. It's how we thrive.
Was he the one that killed you then, in your memories, before you took that vial?
Not him. No, his henchman. The cult. That Death's Hand. They found me, and I had to do the only thing that I knew was going to work. I gave up my body in order for me to now inhabit yours, partially.
I would say Sid himself would kind of like nod. Physically nod for some reason.
Now I really have no choice as to what you do. I am merely a part of your psyche.
Though you are still you.
Yes.
As much as you are me, you are you, and I am me.
We are
We are
one.
one.
And you literally both say that in tandem.
Let's see. So, how much do the both of you know of his background and his people?
That's when Samara says, only what we've heard in whispers amidst the researchers at Amamad, and what Roland has told me from Death's Hand. It's that he wasn't really like this a long time ago. He was normal, just like any other mortal. He had a home, family, lifestyle, he had ideals. But then they became twisted after his life and the lives of his neighbors and friends were tragically ended, disrupted. He was among few that survived the destruction. But he has never stopped hating the gods since that day.
Eisenfeld.
You know of it?
It is history now, and the pit still lies. As you could probably tell from my memories.
He did not necessarily choose this path. It was forged for him before he even knew that it was his own. Basically, what she just said is, technically speaking, the gods and fate made him who he is.
But that is also good to know. Of his defining moment. If you ever want to change that.
Later on in the arc, we'll definitely get into who he is originally as a person. But as of right now, they personally don't know much about him other than what they may have heard as rumors.
And I would say with that, so we'll probably then ask him just other character. Do we know how long Kill has been with Vagos? Or just that it's been recently?
Keel, I know that you, on your character sheet, your age is, would you call that somewhat ambiguous?
So yeah, no, she's highly ambiguous.
Okay.
In every which way you want her to be.
I would say that she can be up to maybe 95 years old.
100 years? 9,500 years?
Yeah, 95, 100.
No, 9,500, like 9,000.
No, 95 or 100.
Okay.
In this
I mean,
body.
you can be older than that and still come under his employ about 100 or so years ago. Or maybe even before that. But,
But yeah, no, but this iteration is 100 years, at least.
okay.
And I guess the last bit that we're asked into is whether or not they knew Keel back then, and how much they know of the. What's the official name for our soul things? I can't remember the name.
Like the vials or...
No, I go to like the eternal flame, the
Oh,
Yeah.
the eternal
That
flame,
one.
the outward luminous, the inward shadow, the spark of creation, the animus, and
I'll think
the aether whisper.
I'll think more like the overall name from them. I
Probably
can't
the aspects.
Oh,
of the soul
Yeah,
aspects.
yeah, like aspects of the soul, I think is a pretty good name to them.
yeah. Or like the parts of the soul, whatever you can call it. It's all interchangeable.
Yep, that's what Sue asked them about Keel and how much they know of the soul aspects.
Roland says, "We only know what we were told. Keswick, you know that they do not like to give out information freely. So this is bits of information that we'd had to discover on our own. Most of it came from the research at Amamod, which was thousands of years in the making. And at this point, you hear Samara just go, he's right. There's records, or at least there were records in Amamod that date back to the ages of creation. And Roland says, there is no actual record, I don't think, of what you seek.
It goes in no record of Keel or the aspects of the soul.
Aspects of the soul. It seems like something that maybe has become so either lost to time and that hasn't been recorded, or is extremely secretive and confidential that it has been actively suppressed.
Got it.
All right.
Now, about his question about Keel. Do they have any information on that?
As far as like how long Keel has been a part of the group.
He's just mainly asking just about
What do you
her.
know about her?
Yeah, he
Yeah.
says, I've only heard stories of Vagos and those close to him. The Taken, those who have not been so unlucky, who are subservient and weak-willed, will often fall to their knees in his presence. But Keel is new to me. I have not heard that name before we met.
Okay.
So, at this point, Zara, you notice the path, as I had mentioned before, was getting a little bit wider. Now it's broad, allowing everyone to spread out a little bit. And let's just say, one moment. No, that's not what I want. By the way, I plan on getting all of the 2024 and 2014 D&D rulebooks, as well as Call of Cthulhu, all the things that we like to use on Roll20, accessible in this compendium.
Nice.
Yo.
Like the new rulebook for Call of Cthulhu?
7th edition, yeah, they have all that stuff.
Ooh.
No, but like a new like. Hold on. How long is? I mean, like, was there a new rulebook aside from just 7th edition?
No. There's
Okay.
been a few supplemental rulebooks that they've added, like the Malleus Monstrorum and
Oh, and that one I sent you, Zim.
It's been
yeah,
Tokyo
a
one.
minute since I opened up my Investigator's Guide, man.
yeah, it's good stuff.
One day.
Anyways, so I will bring everyone over here. The pathway widens to a point where the strands are becoming so intertwined and dense that they're actually starting to produce a little bit of a light that you're able to travel and follow. And you kind of you're reaching this junction where off to the left there's some strands flowing in kind of at an angle downward, connecting with the path in front of you. But as you're all looking forward, there's a bit of a blur in everyone's vision for a moment before a figure pops into view before you, kind of a bit of darkness amidst the light. And it looks familiar. You can't see who it is or what it is or anything, only that it's about right here. I'm not going to reveal the token yet. But
I'm scared.
you all should have access to your tokens here and able to move them.
Yeah.
Yep.
I'd like to use my inward shadow to put sunglasses over my eyes, so I can see what the hell is going on over there.
You do your little John Cena wave of the hand in front of your face, and then suddenly sunglasses
Yeah.
appear.
Honestly, Keltry would be in the WWE.
Yeah.
John
Can I
Cena's a bitch.
Try to peer and figure out who it is.
You may, but because of your circumstance with the light, you can get advantage on that perception.
Hell yeah! Go. Perception.
Everyone else has disadvantage on their perception. Wow.
Even with my sunglasses.
Even with your sunglasses, sorry.
Damn.
Oh, I got two different eyes.
Zara, ahead of you. We're going to put you in the front, of course. You're already there. Let me get Azarus. Sorry, he needs to be here too. Because he will help. Because this might technically be bad. We'll see.
I'm useless in a fight without my bow, so I'm hoping that doesn't go to that.
Well, at least I got a flame blade.
Keltry's like, I can see something in the distance. Zara's like, bro, I can see its ass. They're cheeked up.
So the figure is somewhat short, a little scrawny. Its head is slightly oval shaped, and the body is slender and pale, but also consumed by darkness. And as soon as you get close enough to recognize the face, Zarafine, your mouth drops open as you see, well, you see, one moment. Oops, I did not mean to do that. There we go. Okay. You see
Keel.
Keel.
But
I look.
Keel's right
I look.
behind you.
I look behind me, and I look
Yeah.
over, and I look back again. I'm like, Keel, is there a reason why your form is in front of us?
And why does it look better?
You'll
I don't
filter-
see that.
Yeah,
filter
I think
head
I'm the.
looking at this keel.
I was like, I'm the only one that can see it, right?
Azra says, "No, no, I see it too."
That's
He
I
says,
was hoping I was seeing wrong.
No, he says, I knew it wasn't going to be this easy. Prepare yourselves.
Oh,
Keel, or I should say, Dark Keel, steps forward out of the shadows, them trailing behind her. And we're going to see this keel rip open from the top down and bulge outward in all directions, forming a bulbous and sort of pus-filled body of necrotic flesh and alien sinew.
delicious.
Hmm.
And Keel, something inside you, like maybe it's your psyche or your own inner voice, is telling you that this is clearly some kind of manipulation of your former self on the party.
Huh.
Everyone roll initiative.
Wait, but we have no weapons. How are we supposed to fight this thing?
You'll see.
I mean, Kelchu's got his weapons.
I got a weapon.
Can
I
I?
got my weapons.
The question here is, can I cast my right on my fist?
Don't you worry. You guys
Oh,
will
wait,
see.
It won't go
shit,
well because I have
still have a level of exhaustion.
shit
All right.
strength.
Wait, Zara,
Do I
you're a
get
blood
my-
hunter.
Sorry,
Yeah.
real
John.
quick, does exhaustion? Oh, go ahead.
Sorry, Jane.
Do I get my health back?
Yes, you do.
Question:
Cool.
Does exhaustion influence some initiative test?
No.
Okay.
Crazy. What does being a
God.
blood hunter have to do with anything?
Although technically
Yeah.
speaking, exhaustion influences ability checks, which, if we're being honest, initiative is technically an ability check. But we won't do that here.
Okay.
If I remember correctly, you said we weren't affected by the exhaustion.
You are not. No, not these particular forms. These are your, if you haven't already guessed it, these are your semi-soul forms.
Yeah.
Don't you worry.
Do I get my spell slots back then?
Yes, you do.
Let's go.
The only spells I have are useless spells because they're things I got from feats or my race.
What do you mean they're useless?
Fairy
Good
fire, darkness.
Fairy fire. That's very
Okay.
useful.
But the last time I cast a spell here, it fizzled.
Don't you worry.
What was
These
the spell?
these are things.
Dancing lights.
So, Zim, I got a question.
And each
Mhm.
thing I can only cast once.
For long rest.
Can I inside the thing, see if it actually has any thought or feelings or whatever?
Sure,
asking
and
the-
then we're gonna start.
Yeah, because I'm asking because I know this thing has a whole timey-wimey bullshit stuff.
Timey-wimey shit, yep, for sure.
Hmm. You know what? Sorcery point. I
It's
want
a-
to high roll.
well, still.
I'll keep that.
Okay. What specifically would you like to know? Because I could tell you a whole bunch of things, but if there's one thing you're specifically looking for.
Hmm. I guess, in a way, if this is actually our keel, in a sense, Or is this just some mindless monster made to look like Keel?
It seems as though this is merely a projection or some kind of manipulation taking place.
Got
this
it.
this is like probably maybe like I said, an earlier version of Keel that might not have been so inclined to be open and part of the group. Maybe back when she was not so nice.
I guess in a sense, this is just something completely different.
Yes
Right.
and no.
Okay. Fair enough. I believe it's Zara first, correct?
It is. Give me a moment here. Let's resort the thing here. Okay.
Basically, you don't have to feel bad about killing it.
Do we?
You would feel bad about killing Keel?
No.
Is there any
Not this
way
one.
that I can use my inner light in somehow, some way?
One moment. Don't you worry.
Ah, shit, it's going before me.
Don't you worry.
Gonna
Assassin.
be alright.
I trust everybody here. I think this will
Zara's
work
a
out just fine.
assassin.
I don't trust you that you trust us.
What about Zara?
You don't get your advantage from going first, don't you?
Well, here's the thing.
Nope.
Alright, well, it's undead, though, I guess.
Up until your last encounter with Vagos, it has been entirely me just throwing shit at you, and you've just been winning. The
Yeah.
only time that I had anything scripted was that last battle.
Hmm.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
This is technically not scripted, and I trust you. I think you will make it through this.
I don't think I will. I have nothing I can use.
You-
It's just the only thing I can do is
Zara,
run.
But here's
Zara,
the
I
thing.
believe in you.
You need to
I believe in
trust
you.
me because this is part of the story.
Okay, because I'm
I believe in you.
scared.
I believe in you. Like I said, summon a bow made of light, like all the cool anime
You,
protagonists.
you know, I wish I could give you another inspiration point for being so clever and intuitive, Keltree.
Yeah.
But I'm not going to yet.
Yeah. What happened? I didn't say anything.
You'll
I
see.
still have it inspiration.
I called it.
So Dark Keel is going to, again, morph into this just disgusting alien form, grow to a large size, and she is going to start to skitter forward to about here. She's got these mandibles on her face that grew out of her jaw, and then she's got long arms with huge claws on the end. Her legs have become, we'll call them crab legs almost.
Delicious.
Yeah. And Zarafine, you see a darker version of Keel rushing towards you. You have to believe that this is Vagos fucking with you.
Mm-hmm.
And you don't know how or from where, but an energy flows through you. And Azra says behind you, sort of in unison with you feeling this power, he says, "You have the light. Bring it forth for all of us." And Zara, a little bit of a brightness completely overtakes your vision, and in an instant, a flash, and then suddenly, in your left hand, a bow that looks almost
Oh, yeah.
exactly like yours.
Jesus?
Well, no, that would be weird if it was a bow shaped like Jesus.
Well, no, but my bow's name is Jesus.
We can call him Jesus. We're not going to say he's shaped like Jesus.
Okay. So does it have the same stats as my bow?
Yes. And in fact, everyone else around you has their chosen weapon kind of appear out of nowhere, made of pure light.
In an armor.
So, what does everyone want to take into this battle?
I just need my bow and my. I think that's all I need. My bow and my arrows.
Yeah, shit, I don't got any. I need
I mean, you're
equip
basically
all this
hand to
shit.
hand the whole time. So,
Can I take my arrow of 1,000 stars, or does that sit day in out?
no, you got all that stuff. Don't you worry.
Cool.
Do I lose my magic items?
What magic items?
I have a ring of protection and a cloak of protection.
We'll say that all sort of armor buffing or protective items are still on your persons.
Cool. So I still have my bracers of archery.
Yeah, you're essentially manifesting your current equipment into the dreamscape somehow.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. I'm gonna move 5. Can I move through people?
As long as they're
I-
they're your
Alright,
your
yeah.
excuse me. As long as
My
they are
allies?
your allies, yes, you can.
10,
Yep.
15, 20. Sorry, I just need to get back so I can shoot.
You're good. Amidst the turmoil and the fact that you just seemingly summoned from out of nowhere an arsenal of weapons to equip your party with, in the darkness around you, you hear a voice, Zara. It sounds familiar. It sounds like a woman's voice. And it says, I love you. You can do this. Forge your own path forward.
She just kind of like tries not to cry as she, because like she's already seen her dead dad, and now her mom is talking to her. It's been an emotional. I don't know if it's actually been a day. I don't know what we call the dreamscape, but it's been an
It's-
emotional time.
It's
Been an
I will.
emotional
I'm
afterlife.
gonna totally DM honesty to players. It's been a bit.
Oh shit. Oh
Yeah.
shit.
Mhm.
All right. Can I bonus action hide behind these people?
You know, I'll allow that. Keltry's probably similar height. Azris is a little taller.
Hell yeah.
Sid's pretty tall. Yeah, I like that.
34.
I'll take it. All right, so we'll say that you have probably 3/4 cover. So you got what, +5 to your AC? Something
I
like
was
that.
more thinking for sneak attack.
Oh, okay. Yeah. So stealthed and hidden.
Yep, and then I'm gonna use my sharpshooter feat, but that's gonna be in that. Oh shit! I'm sorry, I did not mean to hit that. I meant to hit Jesus. I don't know why I
guess we're
hit
gonna
that.
have to. Oh, it changed your initiative.
I'm sorry. It was a 16 though. Before.
Yeah. It's easy enough. You can just
me
click
change
on
it.
it and change it.
I got it.
Oh, okay, cool. All right, sorry.
You're good.
Where's Jesus?
Jesus.
He's in your heart.
Ooh,
He's
13
not
probably
in
does
my
not
heart.
hit, does it?
On your hands.
Jesus is sitting on a couch drinking a fucking 60 rack of Bud Light, doing nothing right now.
Cool. Let me do extra attack.
Jesus. is
Oh my
collect-
god! Why am I so bad?
Jesus is collecting unemployment checks right now.
Well, that's the end of my turn.
Jesus just come through the door, skipping on through.
Alright.
It's like, I'm so fashionable.
Sorry, y'all. I suck. But I mean, hey, at least you got your weapons from me.
You want to know
I
what,
don't blame
though?
you. I blame your dice.
You want to know what, though, Zara? That is
Huh.
a first among many really good rolls that you did not do so well.
I know. Usually I get both of my attacks out. This is the first time that hasn't happened, and I think almost a year.
Jesus
If I'm
has
being
failed
honest.
you in the
For the
Dreamscape.
first time. It's because we're all plagued in darkness and sin.
That's right.
Oh, misclick.
Okay.
Listen, man, this is why we play Warlocks.
So, does Zarafine have anything she would like to do as a free action or move or any of that stuff? You got a little extra
Oh,
movement?
No, I'm staying where I'm at because Since my things didn't hit, I'm still stealthed, right? Or not?
No, because you attacked, the stealth goes away.
Oh, cool. Well, that's fine. I can't really hide anymore. There's not anything else I can do.
We'll
That's all right.
see.
Kilchu would be loud and make himself a target.
Janie boy, or Janie.
Get close. Because once you get within 5 feet, I always get advantage.
right.
Right.
Wait, I had advantage on that, I think. Doesn't sneak attack give you advantage?
Sneak
Am I
attack gives
wrong?
you advantage on the attack roll.
Not sneak attack, but stealth. Being stealth does some against
Correct.
the target.
Yep.
So then I should get another attack, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Right?
Sorry.
Oh, hell yeah. Sorry, I forgot about that.
Watch it still fail.
Okay.
Here it is.
Nah, I believe. Hit it.
Here it is. Okay.
Does that hit?
I don't
19.
know. Keel, does it hit?
Wait,
That
what?
hits, definitely.
Okay.
Oh, hell yeah.
Go ahead and deal damage.
That's going to be 52.
Okay. So
Oh yeah, sneak attack.
as
Well,
your arrow of light, no less, pierces Keel's shoulder, Dark Keel's shoulder. Hey, Keel. Roll
Lord.
me a charisma saving throw, please.
Ah. Now we're getting to interesting things. 22.
No.
You're going to take half of the half. So 52 is
Shit.
going to be, so that's 26.
13.
So 13, yep. You're going to take 13
sorry.
points of damage as you feel
Are you
a pain in your shoulder.
I'm sorry,
I
Gale.
look down and there's like a miniature arrow stuck in my shoulder. The fuck?
Nah, it's a scar.
Keel,
Oh.
in your
that
head,
hurt.
you hear, I know your thoughts. You think you can deceive me. It will not be this way. You are in my domain. You will suffer as countless others have suffered, as have I.
Oh, fuck.
Is this Vagos' voice?
Yes,
Right?
he's very angry. You've never heard him this angry.
Maybe we should switch to non-lethal?
Ro must be pissed that we almost got him.
He's upset. He's very upset.
Yeah.
This is very intriguing to Keel because now she's confused on what's going on.
It seems he has. You know what? Go ahead and roll me a look. Arcana, I guess, would probably be the best way to track this.
24.
It seems he has found a way to somehow tie your past, present, and future together and experience the same thing in real time.
So I meant more him. So he knows exactly what my plan is.
I mean, he has access to everybody, if that makes sense.
Omniscience ain't gonna save you from getting your ass kicked. You know it's coming. It's inevitable. I'm motherfucking Thanos, and there ain't no Tony Stark.
It's kind of like that, actually. You know, like he.
Oh no!
must
Here's the
have-
thing. Here's the thing. I know he's inevitable. I'm using
No,
that.
None of us
was-
have healing spells or potions, though, I don't think. So if Keel
No,
goes
no.
down,
Hmm.
Don't worry.
If only we had a
Do
paladin
we-
with lay on hands.
I got a
Yeah,
Yeah,
plan,
if only I got
Zara.
some potions.
Okay. Johnny. Or Jane, I
Jane.
should say. We
So-
need a Jane token. You gotta give me a token.
Yeah.
Or a portrait.
Getting dope.
I'm gonna do sunburst.
Sunburst.
Here, this is the circle.
Hey yo, hey yo, friendly fire. Don't mind if I do.
And undead have disadvantage on the save, so it's save
Really
or take
interesting.
half.
Would we consider Keel an undead?
We would not consider Keel
Yeah,
an
she's a
undead
humanoid.
in
She is
this
a humanoid, technically.
particular instance. But at the same time, out of nowhere, piercing through the darkness, shooting down from the sky above, is a beam of sunlight. Watcha! 60-foot radius.
It's a very. I didn't realize how big a spell it was until I'm like, here, let me check how big this is. And geez.
It's gonna. What's your spell save on
18
that? 18. Okay, and Keel, what's your con save?
And save is a +10.
Okay, is it really a +10?
Yeah, I took resilient in Constitution, and I have a 20 in Constitution.
Holy shit!
I made her to be a battlefield control mage.
Well,
I
here
will never break
is
concentration.
the same battlefield control mage literally controlling the battlefield. So your sunburst hits Keel from behind. Keel lurches forward, sort of covers her face and her head from the light that comes from nowhere, but it doesn't seem to affect her.
You still
It
take half
does.
damage, right?
Yeah, it's still half damage.
Half damage on that. That's going to be...
So like 22 radiant.
Roll the 12d6 for me.
It's already
Pretty good.
rolled. It was
Oh, it's already-
45.
Oh, shit, 45.
Yeah.
Okay, it's up there. Got it.
Yeah.
28 charisma save.
Holy balls. All right, then.
So I take 11.
Yep. So Dark Keel takes 22.
Bitch, I min-max this character slightly.
And then I'm just gonna safely back up a little bit.
Back that ass up.
Back that ass. Okay, so John, God damn it, Jane, you fly over much less dense and less woven strands of fates. Oh boy. Keltree, the darkness
Yep.
inside you is burgeoning.
I
love that word, burgeoning.
I flex my knuckles, and the way my weapons come back to me, my brass knuckles are now in my knuckles. It's like that area is now.
So your knuckles are
strangely
brass?
It's now, those areas are strangely solid and dark brass, where his hands are usually translucent.
If you miss, I'm gonna say your knuckles are ass.
Bruh.
Your knuckles are ass.
And Zim, question.
Yes.
This little this little bridge of like fate that we're on, where would you say is the edge? Like the point where a humanoid can no longer stand and they fall into the abyss.
I will put
How are
on
you
the
getting applesauce?
map the edges for you.
Okay.
So we're gonna say here it's gonna be kind of. Why is it not? That was weird. Okay. It didn't like link it for me, but there we go. So there's one side. The other side is gonna be maybe about right there. Okay.
Does Zara have to worry about those edges?
Zara, do you have any kind of flight or?
I'm an emanating light.
You do? Yes, of course. You don't know yet. I can't tell you that.
Just because everything else so far has been, I just walk in, it forms underneath me.
Exactly. You don't know.
All right. Here's what Keltree is gonna do. He is about to go like, all out, like full, play the Danny Phantom theme song and shit. Then he notices that Keel is getting hurt from Keel getting hurt. Which, Keel
Similar to what
always
he
a
was
question.
doing in the research chamber in Amamod, he was literally channeling damage to everyone's soul.
Yeah.
I did notice that.
Somebody needs to get sanctuary.
Right. So So then Keltry just mentally switches tactics. He's not gonna go into a ghost mode.
No ghosties.
We're gonna move up 20. And
Just punch the shit out of him.
well, the first one's gonna be a punch because I have Crusher, so that is automatic movement. Sorry, Keel, it's gonna hurt for a second.
Oh man.
Schwang. Oh!
Nice.
That's
Oh,
a
God.
lot of damage.
Jesus Christ.
It's gonna hurt for a second.
You might have beat me at damage here.
Oh my god! Oh my
Oh, you
god!
for sure did.
Oh my god!
Oh my god.
Is this what it's like to be you?
That's the inward
Yep.
gasp. That's like a
This is
except
this is exactly what it's like to be me. It's great.
I'm in danger.
so that's gonna be
Okay.
49 plus 50. Okay, so that's
13.
50. So 62, 61, 62.
Yeah. Ugh.
Half that. Keel, that is. Oh my god. What does Keltry do to Dark Keel for this?
Well, first it was kind of just like this one because it's big and he is specifically thinking like, oh, I need to move him. I think he gets a really, really good punch into one of their knees.
One of the many knees. Okay, I like it.
Yes, I snap one of its legs.
I like
Oh
that.
shit.
Okay. You hear a just an alien guttural growl to go along
And-
with a collapsing knee.
Okay, so Crusher. Well, everybody has advantage until the start of my next turn.
Yes, very nice.
So have fun with that. But more importantly, 5 feet to an unoccupied space, provided that is no more than one size larger than. They are only large, so they go. Move it 5 feet to an unoccupied space. Can I move it like this?
That could work. Yep,
Yep.
I'll take that.
All right. So I'll move it there. Then I will. I shall press the advantage. Shove attacks can just take the place of regular attacks, right?
Yeah, I think it's an action either way.
But I might like because I have like extra attack. I can use my second attack to push.
Yes.
Right. Okay. So we will then shove. Let me
Shove.
make sure I get the rules on that.
I think it's just a strength check or a athletics check.
Yep.
Against an,
Uh,
an opposing. What's Keel's opposing athletics check or strength?
That's gonna be on the lower end. My
hope it-
athletics is a -1.
-1.
Oh yeah,
But
dude.
as
I
this
have an 8 in
particular form, we're gonna modify that a little bit here.
Yeah, you
What's
take
your
the physical
proficiency
stat.
bonus? Is it +5?
Yeah, I have a +5.
Okay. So
The target's athletics or acrobatics. The target chooses. So my athletics versus their acrobatics or
Jesus
athletics.
fucking Christ.
Yep. You're gonna
Hey, yo,
have to beat
it
a
ain't-
27.
It ain't no thing. Watch this shit.
Ah!
Keltry's a fucking Olympian.
Let's go!
Everybody but Zarfine's rolling good today.
My
The
God.
Zarfine has sacrificed our
I mean, I
rules for
rolled
us.
pretty good damage on that one, though.
So describe how you move Dark Keel.
With one of its legs broken, like even though it has like more legs, it's off balance. So Keltry just grabs 2 more of the legs and just starts shoving the bitch. So another. All of that for 5 feet.
I love it. I love it.
Oh, I can either choose to knock it prone or 5 feet. Oh, We'll just go with 5 feet for now. 5 feet straight back.
Straight
Or
back.
unless I can
It's up to you.
unless I can like push it like this way.
It's still technically 5 feet. Yep.
Yeah. Oh.
It's
Yeah,
teetering on the edge there. You can see that it's
And-
scrambling to keep some of its feet on the edge. Like it's, you can see bits and pieces of, like the strands of silver that are flaking away as it's trying to maintain its grip on the edge.
Okay. Now, ooh. What is? Oh. Oh yeah, I forgot. I'm gonna use 1 moxie.
Of
Two that actually I haven't used in probably forever. Stick and move. This bitch is going into the abyss.
Shove attack or take the dash action. Give me
I'm
that shove
shoving.
attack. You're shoving? Here
Yeah, we're
we go. Are you sure you're not going to fail this?
I am. I
Here we
believe
go.
that my dice are better
Oh!
than yours. Damn it.
No.
So it digs
You know what? You know what? You know what?
its feet
You know what? Screw it.
into the
Hey, hey.
edge. Sorry. Go ahead.
Tim. Screw you. I'm using my inspiration.
We all have a DM point that's true.
Yeah.
Some of us still have
Let's
inspiration
go!
though left over from when he gave us inspiration because I haven't used mine either.
I've yet to use inspiration from Zim once.
All right. So fine. Then it
I keep wanting to save it.
Keel tries to use its back legs to balance itself as you're pushing and pushing and kicking and punching and getting it over the edge. And eventually, there's no more room for Dark Keel to grasp onto. And it teeters back, and you hear a screech as it falls into the abyss below.
Oh hell! Good job, Keltry, MVP of that match.
You know, as long as it doesn't have like spider webs or some shit.
You see,
Yep.
so as she falls down, Keel notices her falling, and you see that there's like a halo of light around her head beginning to form, and she's like, "Oh!" And she drops her arms. I'm glad I didn't have to do that one.
We're going to take a quick $5 so I can use the bathroom, and then something's going to happen.
For
Sure.
shit.
I'm gonna go get a drink. I really hope that doesn't have unforeseen consequences, as a G-man would say.
Funny enough, I was about to ask how that.
Keltry.
I was about to ask how that was going to affect Keel.
I'm sorry. Took my headphones off just as you said that match. What do you say?
I was gonna absorb her, Keltry.
Oh,
Delicious.
yum.
I was going to punch her with the removed.
I'll be back.
I was like, I was kind of, I was so happy that I got such high damage, and then all of a sudden it was like, Keel make a charisma saving throw, and I was like, damn, I just hurt Keel.
Though, funny enough, they were still probably a problem.
Pretty sure I'm tankier than like, it's like 3. I'm pretty sure I'm tankier than you, Zaraphine.
I know you are, but still.
Actually, hold up, I have to check. Keltry, what's your? I don't know, Keltry. Keltry's not here. I'm gonna ask Al. Keltry's HP. So what's your HP, Crazy?
137. But with a good AC.
Yo, same, 137 with a 19 AC.
I got
Never mind,
25.
there's
11 with a 13.
I might be the tankiest person on this party.
Well, you got probably the most health.
I have a 19 AC.
Same.
Hey, my AC can only go higher.
Because I have
What's your
I have
AC?
special armor.
25. And that's just with the +1 armor and a cloak of protection.
Fucking Christ. But no, do I have the highest health?
Probably.
Probably.
What's your health?
I have 153.
Oh yeah,
Oh, yeah.
definitely higher than mine.
Oh, I'm
Oh,
sorry, I
yeah.
have 8.
Match.
But,
Emma.
guys,
I was sitting there.
I can still enchant my shield.
hold up. There's also the fact that I can turn into, like, monstrosities with, like, 200 HP.
Yeah.
Yeah, nah, I have the
Heck.
+2 cold resistance armor. So that's where my AC is from.
Oh, free. I
And I
hate
have,
that. What's your HP?
Oh, me?
Yeah.
Mine is currently at like.
what is it like full though?
Oh wait, hold on.
What's your
Actually went.
maximum? What's your maximum?
Yeah, I'm at my maximum right now. It's 156.
He beats me by 3.
Oh, nope. My bad. 152.
Well, I can do that in 18 minutes.
Ye-
Sorry, I beat you by 1.
No, don't worry. I'm gonna get the tough and fix that.
Zarfine's ranged. I didn't really focus too much on upping her health. I more
Yeah,
focused on her attack power.
Yeah, no,
I-
I just got a +5 on Constitution. That's why my HP is so
I have
high.
a plus
Oh,
3
that-
in Constitution.
I got +5 in Constitution too. That's because that's like a class
All of you got
feature.
really good
Like
constitutions.
Listen, Zara just I just made her into a DPS character. That was kind of it.
Oh,
Yeah.
wait, I have to look at like the feat I'm gonna pick. I might take tough.
Although my con is
hold
really
on.
good though too. I
Am
have
I-
a +3 to my con.
Is my I do believe my armor class is incorrect.
18 AC.
The thing is, like my armor class, it's by because I am a pugilist. It's like when I wear like light or no armor, I add Constitution instead of Dexterity, which is why I upped it so much.
Also, Keltree, you always forget our best friend cloaks.
I do be
Yeah.
forgetting the best friend cloak. I shouldn't be doing that.
Yeah. So what is up my fellow kids? Sid. No, I mean Zim.
Huh? Who? Huh? What?
What is
What's-
up, my fellow Zims?
Hello.
So what's happening?
Is Keel dead? Like our Keel now dead?
No.
I've been bowling for 30 minutes.
Give me a moment.
Hold on.
Because I got something prepared if Kill's still gonna get hurt.
While you're wearing light or no armor and not wearing a shield, your AC equals 12 plus your Constitution modifier. I've been carrying around a +1 leather armor for the entire campaign. I could have just been shirtless.
You see, for a moment, I mean, Azris and Sid, you're right next to Keel. Zarafine, you're behind Keel. And Jane, you're kind of hovering off to the left. Keltree, you just threw Dark Keel over the side and watched them fall into the darkness. Those who are behind Keel notice that on the back of her neck, there was a mark before. And now you see the mark kind of flash and light up quickly and then burn away and dissipate into nothing.
So the
That's
mark
it.
disappears.
It seems it.
Does it look like it hurt Keel at all, or
Keel, can you roll me a Constitution save, please?
you got +3?
That is a 32.
Okay. Let me just roll this.
If it matters with poison, fire radiant, you got the resistance.
I'm the meat tank. To be specific, I'm the meat tank.
You're going to take half this.
Okay.
So your psyche emits just this shockwave throughout your body. Your vision blurs, your whole body kind of shakes and convulses. You feel hurt and pain. But it's kind of dissonant and fades quickly. You feel a burning sensation on the back of your neck where the symbol was before. and reaching up and touching, you feel that there's no scarring. There's only bare skin.
What symbol was there that I know of?
You remember being branded long ago when you first joined the Death's Hand.
Really?
I tried to create an Eldritch Blast in my hand.
Nothing happens.
She lost her powers.
No, 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 this was my only chance. No, 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 this
Your
was my
past
only chance.
self has died. The past self that formed a pact with Vagos.
No, 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 this
I
was
would
the only
just say,
shot. The only way I could beat him.
Sid just hugs you. He just says it's okay.
She tries to feel if her heart's still beating.
It's still going. But you're not sure how, if what you've been told is true.
I shouldn't be here. Oh, I'm gonna disappear any moment now. I'm so sorry, guys. I should have told you everything. I don't know if I still can, but I really care for you guys.
You're continuing to
What?
sob and speak through the crying.
Why?
But you don't disappear. You don't go anywhere. You're remaining.
I look at my form still like staying. You say, what?
Heal.
Think. Oh, you could go first.
Heal, I think you're free.
Your fate's been changed.
You're not tied to him anymore. He can't hurt you in the way he has.
No, that doesn't make sense. You don't understand. He is me. I'm his toolbox. Like, if he's not powering me anymore, how am I still here? I'm his puppet. Don't you see?
Who told you that?
He did when I was born.
Is there
The guy that we have
chance he
established.
lied?
The guy who established is full of shit.
My earliest memories are him creating me in his body.
Perhaps he messed with your memories.
Or, like you said, he made you a tool. But you came from somewhere. And I guess you're what was before. And even if, and that doesn't really matter. You're still you. Still the same Keel.
The brand is gone, but you don't feel that oppressive sense that he is watching, or that he is controlling anything that you're doing, or empowering any of your spells or effects. He simply is gone from your being.
The blocks are still there, though. I can't remember anything.
It could mean simply that your connection with your patron has definitely waned. I would say that, mechanically speaking, going forward, it can still be there if you choose.
No, I would say for now, I would say she has her HP, she has her AC, like she has all those. I would say she has no invocations, no spells, nothing.
Oh
She got
shit.
fjorded.
You're basically like an oath breaker.
Can we find a new pager?
There
Can
is
we-
potential for that in here.
Hey, yo, can we
Mhm.
find like a magic battery? Like, hey, yo, this will just power my class until we get the job done.
The effect here is that, well, Keel, you remember vaguely Miley having a conversation with you. Go ahead.
No, I think I was talking to someone else. He muted himself.
Oh. You remember Miley having a conversation with you several months back when you were being trained by the Keswick. And she was telling you word for word that your fates can be rewritten in real time. It's just that you have to envision it in a wholesome and kind of a realized way. It's like having an idea for where you want to go versus just expecting the path to be shaped and formed before you. It's like having an idea of where you want to go. The idea is what gives the ambition, what drives the will. It's what moves the soul forward in the continuum. So that was basically her way of saying that so long as the soul is willing and capable, it will go through periods of change.
Yeah. Sorry, I'm crying while I'm deleting all of my abilities.
Don't you worry.
No, it's fine.
Your patron is going to be replaced very soon. You'll still get the same things, but only because it comes from a different source.
Yeah,
And I think you know who that source is.
It's gonna be Lenetra, my mommy.
The only
Maybe.
other counterbalance to what you've been experiencing thus far, yes.
Or can't it come from within her?
I mean, Keel, technically, everybody here is technically part of Lenetra and Lenetra themselves. Because
I
we've
know,
already
that's a theory of
determined
mine.
that she has split her soul into several fragments and that you embody those fragments. That you maybe even are her, just kind of split up into different sections.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah.
So
It's kind of crazy. Like if Pascal is like dead, kind of,
Yeah.
and her fate's changed. That's kind of like as if she's never died. To be honest.
Well, who
Technically.
said you're really dead? Your past self is really dead.
Well, my
You
past
fell
self is
off it.
fixed.
I'm trying very hard to keep the continuum together because it is a lot of fucky-wucky time shit going on.
Now you want me shit?
Hey, I'm thinking about it like this. She fell off, but
Yeah.
she ended up somewhere different.
Yeah, like most YouTubers.
Shut up.
Yeah. But this time with portals.
It is
Yes.
a lot to keep together. I'm fairly certain that everyone is still on the path they're supposed to be on.
No, we are. Also, everybody, you no longer have your spirit inscriptions.
Oh yeah.
And don't you worry, Keel, we're obviously going to
Yeah,
ensure
of course.
that you're able to keep
Oh, yeah.
these things going, but just with a different
of course.
source.
Yeah. I know. It's a symbolic erasure.
Gotcha. I just don't want you to make them again.
I am like you check my character sheet. It's blank.
And then a
Besides,
few minutes later, then you pull out the copy you had stored away.
Why do you do this to me?
Zim was like, no,
wait,
I
hold up,
said
hold up,
not
hold
to
up.
do that because I'm lazy.
I have to do something real quick. Subclass deleted. Class.
No, now.
That's just more work for Match.
Exactly. It's literally just more work for me.
Now. Kill now.
No! No! But now Keel is just kind of like staring at herself, like at the fact that she exists beyond Vagos, which has never once been like an idea she's ever had before. Maybe that she could learn to like live like through Vagos, maybe, but she's now just like grim because her plan in her head has been thwarted.
And everyone notices beneath Keel's feet, there appears to be a very strong, dense collection of strands that have coalesced and formed a platform that she can firmly stand on.
Wait, is Keel still in soul form? Or some new type of form now?
Just kind of, well, let me get rid of bad Keel. Keel, real Keel, is, it simply looks to all of you as though she has broken free from Vagos's control and has started the beginnings, it seems, of her own path forward.
Her form is no longer like this like weird amalgamation that's like writhing under her skin, much like your guys' spirit forms. You see that the writhingness of like different like tendrils from the skin have kind of like started to coalesce into like what seems to be vaguely humanoid in shape.
Ah, so you're in the physical type of form. Nice.
And it's at this moment that Azarus, behind you, with determination in his eyes, he says, "It's about time. Welcome back, Keel." And I suppose that's probably where we'll call it tonight. It's because I'm tired. Had a long week.
Well, I love you guys. I gotta go put my kid to bed. Keel, it was fun. Who knows? Maybe you'll stay a warlock. Who knows? Maybe you will be. Probably still a warlock. Just
she's going to barbarian now.
Yeah,
Oh my
cleric.
god.
No, like it still says warlock. My class still does say warlock.
Say
Just
that
gotta find you a new patron. I'll be your patron.
Sorry,
Nature's a
sorry, we're not
patron.
married, so I can't do that.
Damn.
But listen. Just sign up for Keltry's like new like 20-step program on how to unleash your inner self, and you'll be a warlock. But again, by the time like the final fight rolls around, or a pugilist, who knows?
Zara will just anoint you with her blood, and that will then make her your patron.
And Sid would just hope you.
You're gonna give her an
whatever you
STD.
want.
You guys gotta get out of the dreamscape first.
I shall be your patron.
Yo,
The great bell.
finally saved them.
Night, yo.
Say
Nice.
your
Nice.
Is it
Yeah.
bad that I started crying after you started killing your past self?
Oh shit! Wow.
That's
Realize
Like,
that
I
was
was
impact.
I legit started crying a little bit after hearing
Yeah,
that.
no, yeah,
Like, it's nice.
it's happy, sad, but sad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, well,
Um,
I'm gonna go watch more of my K-drama before bed.
Yeah,
I'm
I'm gonna head out
and
too.
play
That
some
was
more
good,
players
yeah.
of your, expedition
Hello,
for
Fee. I
the
say
future.
hi.
Of course.
Thanks. I'm gonna
Oh,
stop
and tell
Craig.
your walk on and congratulations on your bakery.
Oh, thank you so much. We've done pretty well so
Bye.
far. We're at like 40% of overhead, which
Nice.
is like actually really good. Starting out.
Starting out's very good, yeah.
Yeah, we dropped a little bit to about 30% over the weekend, just because people are going out of town. But the fact that we're still like above 25% is really good. That's about where you're expecting to be.
Nice.
That's good.
I gotta go.
Awesome.
See ya.
Hey guys.
See ya.
Oh yeah, Zoom.
Yeah.
XP.
I will give you that information shortly.
later date.
Probably not tonight, but definitely either tomorrow or the next day. But yes, there is a little XP behind that, and there's only that's not the first thing you're gonna encounter here.
I bet.
Next is Keltry's mother.
Fucky wucky chronomancer shit.
Probably.
No, I'm just kidding. Where
Unless it's like dad.
Or
Dad!
actually,
Some type of thoughts from my dad. With my dad, I'm gonna be. Kelch's gonna be so upset.
no. What if you actually caused it all, Keltry?
Also, what?
Yourself killing your father.
Listen, man,
kickstarting
I
of
didn't-
everything.
I did not mean to do it. Wait,
No, it was your older self that caused your younger self to do that. That'd be some
Wait.
more timey-wimey stuff.
It's
nah. I can't handle it. I can't handle
It's
it.
literally like a
Please no.
manifestation of people's progression through life and how they mature and change.
Oh wait, I'm not saying that. You like transfer a piece of your own soul to your past self, and the power was too much for them since you're such a high level.
Oh my god. I'm just gonna break the continuum.
I have a request if Lenetra does become a patron, as I believe I'd become her her only patron at the moment.
She has very few patrons.
Very few warlocks. I ask for a single spell of 9th level.
Single spell of 9th level. Are you at 15? Well, 15th level is. I don't think that gives you 9th, does it?
That's 7th level.
It doesn't. But I'm asking when
8th
I hit
level.
17th, I have access to.
Oh, of course.
Spell.
Why would you not?
No wish.
You know I want it.
Of course you do. I know I would too.
Can I
Yes.
have it at 17th level? Thank you.
Of course. I promise you that you can have at 17th level a 9th level spell.
The wish spell.
What? I don't know.
I just said no wish.
Come on, did genie warlocks get it?
You know, rub that shit really hard.
You know it. I'm gonna rub Lenetra
Yeah,
shit.
that's why they get it. They do a lot of rubbing.
Yeah.
I gotta get 5.
Their hands, man, they need so much lotion.
Oh my god. All right, I'll see you guys later.